Hey gang, Penguin here, and a happy day to you too. Little pixel art going on there. Been a while since I recorded. Get my interface back. Things have progressed. You can see the chute is sticking down there, and there's a little glass spiral coming up. Haven't been playing a lot of Minecraft. Haven't been recording either, obviously. Well, I haven't been playing to record. Reason for that primarily is just kind of lack of interest, I suppose. It has waned. It comes and goes in cycles. I was thinking about this, about recording the whole time. You see, I've expanded out this area. But, just other things grabbing my attention. In particular, today is July the 1st as I'm recording this. And the Steam sale is going on. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first, I've got this ridiculous contraption going on down here, and so we're going to hop over to the undisclosed location where I'll explain what's going on here. Hello, we are here in the undisclosed location. It's a nice morning. Mobs are burning in the sunlight, most of them. Witch, get off my lawn! Oh, there's our mob grinder test up there. Loose creeper. So, here's what I wanted to show you today. This is the combined sorter disposal system. It's two generic B designs I've shown you before, sort of mashed together. So you start with the input, helpfully labeled input. And as before, we run into this row of hoppers. So as before, here's the sorting mechanism. You go one hopper over and then down into a hopper here, into a comparator, redstone, down a step to more redstone, put a repeater here, block, redstone torch, then a hopper here into a chest. And then that goes into the disposal unit, which I've shown before. It has to be a double chest to push this back, because this spot of redstone would interfere with other stuff. You just need this spacing along here. This, obviously, it's a lava pit, so you have the hopper into a dispenser. Dispenser? Disposer? What is this called? Dispenser, yeah. I haven't played it in a while. We'll talk about the Steam sale when we get back to the real world, but that's been occupying my time. Dispenser pointing down into lava. Comparator, block, redstone, repeater, block, dot of redstone here that throttles this hopper. And I have this one sorted out for sorting rotten flesh. Do I have any rotten flesh in my survival inventory? No, let's get some. Rotten flesh, rotten flesh. Decoration blocks, redstone. Miscellaneous food? Do they call it food? No, thank God, that would be horrible. Materials, brewing. Seems like it should be miscellaneous. Brewing? No. Combat tools, food stuffs. Oh, it is in food. That's horrifying. Ah, what? What is he freaking out about? Must be a block of water around here somewhere. Anyway. So, into the input, let's throw some rotten flesh. And just watch it burn. It works pretty quickly, too. And as this empties out, it starts to speed up because of the comparator. Oh, and if you stand too close, you'll grab those items before they burn. But, so there's the disposer. And then you can just repeat this setup along here for other stuff. This one's set up for bones. And then you can just... Okay, this just occurred to me. Because we've got this one set up. It's just a hopper into a hopper, which feeds into this hopper, which feeds into the disposer. I could put a hopper, like hopper, 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 and then put the dispenser unit here. And then I could do this on all of the chests. This is just a switch, which chokes this hopper so that you can actually build up stuff here, as we will show. How is this working? Okay. Now it's locked. So let's put a couple of bones in here. And they should turn up here. Yeah, and then you want to get rid of them. There we go. And then you just continue with the sorting on down. This is for gunpowder, which is what we're sorting primarily at the mob grinder in the real world. And then this can repeat, 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 and then this is just here for whatever random stuff. You put just a chest at the end, so anything that's not being sorted, whoops, anything that's not being sorted is going to turn up in this chest at the end. There we go. And that is pretty much that. It's a big ungainly system. Theoretically, I mean, you can extend a chain of hoppers at this point going off in any direction because stuff will just flow through the hoppers. But hoppers are pretty resource intensive. It's a chest, which is 8 planks, or planks? 8 wood, oh, man, I'm losing my language. Yeah, planks. 8 planks. Slabs was the other thing I was thinking of. So you could move the actual sorting thing off here. But this is the basic setup. And so we'll hop over to the real world. Hello. I'm recording here. Get out of the way. So, wasn't that interesting? Listen to that skeleton die. So yeah, here's the sorting system. And it's ugly and, well, ugly. But it kind of works. Here's junk. Here's the gunpowder. So, building this whole ridiculous contraption, I don't know if I'd said it before, but one of the reasons I wanted to do it was to get gunpowder. And certainly I've been using it to great effect for clearing out the area around the grinder. Is it raining outside? Or is this the sound of flowing water? I think it's raining. Oh, yep. Okay. So, what we're going to do today, here's a little decoration I've got. The fountain's going on. A little water feature. There's a glass spiral stair going up. I may use panes on the outside, but I kind of like the challenge of the invisibleness. This is the chute as it's been coming down, and then I'm continuing this down in obsidian for creeper proofing as much as I can. I've had a few creeper blasts cause trouble down there. The purpose of this, in this dispenser, there's a water block. That's why you put water at the bottom of these things. There's a water block, or water bucket in that dispenser, and get out of the rain here. Okay, that was bad. What do I have I can plug that with? Glass, 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 glass. Stone. Close enough. Come on. Yeah, creepers have blown this thing apart more than once. So yeah, covering it in obsidian as much as possible, getting it down to, instead of this 3x3 landing area here, gonna narrow it down to just a single spot. The other thing that this thing is meant to do, and I think it's here? No. I saw, what was it? Seth Bling, I think. Hang on. This sounds weather off. I think it was Seth Bling had a mob grinder more or less like this, same principle. Whether it was the same design, I don't know. But a byproduct of it, there it is, was you get, if you get it set up the way I have with that water block dispenser up there, to the point where they fall to, when they land, they only have half a heart, they're still alive. If you line up properly, you can get a bunch of skeletons and creepers in there, and if you can set off if you time it right and you have it set up right, you can get the skeletons to shoot the creepers, and that'll produce music discs. However, experimenting with that set off a couple of the creeper blasts I was talking about. Our primary purpose today, however, it's night. I wonder if I can sleep through the rain, because rain will kind of spoil what we're doing here. Come on, go away. Yes. Our primary goal today, I have a chest set up over here. Hasn't been a while, and don't want to work on it has been a while since I've worked, so, since I've recorded, so, not going to work on a big project, we're just going to have some fun. So, let's play with lava. So we're going to get the lava curtain going on up around the, inside the glass of this, and then we'll just chat and have a potato. So as I said, the Steam sale has been going on, which distracted me from Minecraft. To play one game every day forever probably isn't healthy, and you're holding yourself back from other things that are going on. So yeah, I bought a bunch of games. Basically, my summer game binge. My promise, as I said, today is the 1st of July. Did I say 1st of July before? Did I say... whatever. Today is indeed the 1st of July. So I have bought my... so it's like... yeah, it's underneath because I'm then going to extend the glowstone over to cover up the lava. Yeah, so no more games till the end of the summer, or till after summer, till after August, is my promise to myself, my pledge, for money and just so I don't end up over gaming. Just you buy so many games, and I never don't get around to playing them or don't give them the time they deserve. So yeah, I've got my games for the summer, and I'm quite pleased. I ended up getting something like a dozen games. I don't have a list in front of me, but what am I hearing? Best game by far. I'm not really disappointed with anything I've purchased. I got good stuff. But, let's see, I got things like, there's a little indie game called Monaco, which is a kind of abstract, cartoony heist game, which I got for like $1. And I played with it a little bit, and it seems fun, but, you know, people make a big deal about how games are so expensive these days. Like a AAA title generally starts at like $60 these days, and that's gone up over my lifetime. I remember when they cost like $20. Hello. Let's see if this thing's going to completely burn down my structure or what. Whoa. Gotta get out of the way of that. Is this thing just going to keep making lava noise constantly? I hadn't counted on that. Talking about game prices. Games, like at $60, that's a lot of money. But for some reason, like, I think games should cost not a lot, or cost more than they're worth, but like I said, I just paid $1 for games. Like, yeah, I paid $1, I can take it or leave it. If you pay $60 for a game, you're going to play it. You're going to want to get your money's worth. So, you know, I think $60 might be too much, but if every game cost $1, I don't know, I think the game landscape would be very busy. That is a chicken jockey. That is a gold chicken jockey carrying a bone. You know, and he would have picked up that bone from a falling skeleton. I'm gonna leave him in there. I am just gonna, yeah, he's gonna keep charge of things. That's the bouncer. He's just gonna run things in there. So, done with my tangent on game pricing. Yeah, I got a little game called Monaco for $1, which is, fun. I got Papers, Please. Oh, that's the other thing about, game prices. In the Steam sale, with one exception, every game I bought cost less than $5. Oh, this guy's going to be spitting out eggs, isn't he? Yeah, can't have that. Sorry, dude, you gotta go. You really gotta go. Yeah, every game I bought at the Steam sale cost less than $5, except for the Tomb Raider reboot. I got the Game of the... They didn't call it the Game of the Year. I got it with all of its DLC for like $7.50. So, yeah, only one game more than $5, nothing more than $10. I'm okay with that. I said I bought a lot of games. I haven't done the math, and I don't intend to, for exactly how much I spent. But what is this set up for? Bones, I think. No, rotten flesh. Is this one bones? Yeah, because I got bones at the skeleton farm. But I'm pleased with my gaming purchases. So I mentioned Tomb Raider. That's the one I played. I played it and beat it. And it's fun enough that I'm going to keep going. No, I need to go from outside. Back to the lava. It's fun enough I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to go back to it later to try and get all the hidden stuff and challenges. I really liked Tomb Raider. It's... By and large, it feels a lot like it feels like the old Tomb Raider games. I've been playing Tomb Raider since, like, number 1. I think about Tomb Raider, the re-release, Tomb Raider Gold. So, maybe Tomb Raider 2 and 3 were out by then, but I started playing from number 1. And so, and I've played almost every one since. And leave one empty. So I wouldn't say I'm an authority on Tomb Raider, but I know what those old games felt like to play. And this new one does have that core running, jumping around. And then there's added stuff to that, things like as you go on getting... In the original game, you just got new weapons. Like you would... you just found guns lying around, as you do in video games. But it was pretty rare. In this game, as you progress, you like find scrap metal and salvage and improve your weapons. Okay. So, wait, what? Lava burned my pixel art, I guess. Not like coal is hard to find. There are two major issues I have about the Tomb Raider game. One is mechanical, and that is the presence of what basically amount to quick time events. Well, not amounts to. They are quick time events. It's push this button right now. Oh, you missed it. You're dead. I don't like that kind of gameplay. It's not what... I'm trying to avoid saying it's not what Tomb Raider is. Like I said, I'm not an authority. I'm not someone who can say what Tomb Raider is and isn't. I don't own the game or anything. Or own the concept. But I don't think that gameplay fit within the game. Most of the game is better than that. I'll say that. I think quick time events are a lazy way to put tension and I can't think of the word. But yeah, basically I think quick time stuff is lazy. And it's really disappointing to see it in a game, in a franchise that has a history of more puzzle-based gameplay. Let me put it that way. That it's a, the original game there was shooting of wolves and whatnot, but the core of the gameplay was puzzle solving. It was something you had to think about. Now it's just a matter of staring at the screen intently so the game can tell you what button to push next. I think that's a step backwards concept-wise for what Tomb Raider is now, or what Tomb Raider has been historically in the past. And it didn't start with this game. Tomb Raider Legend, I want to say. Yeah, the first kind of the last run of Tomb Raider games, Legend, was a good... it was a really good game. I liked it a lot. But it had those quick time features as well, and it was something that stood out to me at the time. And I'm sorry, I'm disappointed that those elements are still there with this new reboot as well. And there's another new Tomb Raider game coming out soon as well, Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's called, I think, which no reason to believe it's not going to have those mechanics still, which is disappointing. My other major thing with Tomb Raider was the more of a concept, like a story thing. In the original Tomb Raider, and after Tomb Raider Legend, there was a remake called Tomb Raider Anniversary, which was a remake of the original Tomb Raider game. And there's a scene, the enemies in Tomb Raider games, particularly the first Tomb Raider, they were animals or sort of supernatural monsters. Wolves in particular, traditionally the first enemy that you kill or face in a Tomb Raider game is always a wolves. In the first Tomb Raider game and the remake, there was a scene towards the very end of the game, very late in the game, where Laura kills a human being. Lara Croft kills a human being, and in the remake they actually made a moment out of the idea that it was the first time Lara had ever taken a human life. Like, there's a moment where she tries to wipe the blood off her hands, literally. That she's troubled by that, which I thought was a cool character detail. Now, in this reboot, which is a prequel to the originals, it takes place before the original Tomb Raider game, Lara kills everything that, she's killing human beings left and right. And it's... I don't know if it feels wrong, but I think it's the easier way to... I don't think... There's always debate about violent video games and whatnot. I don't want to say I don't have a problem with it, but I think it's an easy moralizing thing to say that killing humans in video games is bad. And there have been studies recently that seem to indicate that violent video games are not dangerous to most people. Come here, you. That, a normal person is not going to be, as they say, desensitized to real violence through violence in fiction or video games. But I like that Tomb Raider was a game that didn't fall into the easy trap of having you kill everything, or having you kill people left and right. And, I like that they made a point in those original games that Laura... didn't kill constantly and indiscriminately. That there was a moral cost to taking a human life. And the new games, that just isn't there. There's one moment where she's saying to her mentor she had to kill someone, And he says, oh, that must have been hard. And she says, it's scary how easy it is. And that's it. That's the end of the moral question of killing someone, even as an act of self-defense or to defend others. I think there's more to be gained from a deeper... I think there was a deeper vein that was being mined in the original Tomb Raider game, which has been lost, essentially, which the new take on the franchise just completely ignores. Which, again, is kind of disappointing. Overall, that's my take on the new Tomb Raider games, is the gameplay has, with the exception of the QuickTime stuff, the gameplay has advanced. There are more mechanics and traps and puzzles to be solved and whatnot. And that puzzle solving, like, whoops, wrong way. Oh no, that is where I need to go. Is my food full up? Yeah. Got 30 levels. Yeah, it seems like the depth of character and story in Tomb Raider has lost a certain, is like, the word I use, depth. Not that the stories are, like, smaller or anything, but there's less emphasis on who Lara Croft is in this game than there has been in the past. And it's an origin story, too, so I feel like, just something has been lost beyond gameplay. The depth of character and depth of storytelling has suffered as this franchise has been rebooted. We'll see how it comes in Rise of the Tomb Raider. What else did I get? I got a few other AAA titles. I got Dishonored, which I'd never played. I've been wanting to get it for a while. I've been actually looking for it. I didn't realize for some reason that it was a first-person game. Played in a first-person perspective. I've been looking for it for the PS3, not realizing it was first-person, because I don't like playing first-person games on consoles. I just can't get the hang of it. I've tried games like Borderlands, which, everything about Borderlands is something I should like. But just that perspective, I can't wrap my brain around playing a first-person perspective with a console. I need a mouse and keyboard. It's just how my brain has been wired from 20-odd years playing first-person games, dating back to like Duke Nukem 3D. And I never owned the original Wolfenstein. I played it with a friend once. He had a copy. But yeah, I've been playing first-person shooters since there were first-person shooters. And I've been playing games since before first-person shooters. I played text-based games and text-parsing old adventure games from Sierra Online. So I've been around a while, so... I think I can... Again, I'm not an authority, but I know some stuff. I've seen some things, man. Dishonored, I played it a little bit. It feels a lot like Thief, like the new Thieves. Which is not... I don't know if it's good or bad. It just is. We'll see what they do with that mechanics and that gameplay style. I like stealth-based games. I got Deus Ex Human Revolution, the director's cut, for $5. I had the game and the Missing Link DLC, but this incorporates the DLC. One of the things that sold me on it was the fact that the Human Revolution incorporates the Missing Link into the main body of the game, which was something that bothered me about the Missing Link as a DLC, because it didn't. And there was no reason not to. It takes place right in the middle of the story. So There's no reason not to integrate it into the body of the main game, but they just didn't, which I kind of put down to laziness or something. But so this one has, yeah, human missing link, and it also has the Tongs mission, all the old downloadable pre-order stuff, the bonuses from when the game first came out, and then remastered, redone boss fights. So looking forward to that. But I've played and beat that game a couple of times. We'll talk about that another day. I grabbed some games like I got Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition, which I had on disc, but the disc was glitchy and it stopped working. So that's just replacing, having something in my library that was already there, but making it work. And the version of Fallout 3 wasn't Steam-based, which I don't care about all that much. I'm not a huge fan of Steam. As a gaming platform, as a distribution service, I love it, obviously. This is nice. I like this. I'm pleased with this. That's our project for the day. Filling in the lava. That's done. And I've had, we had a nice little chat. Whoops. So that'll do it for today. I am going on vacation next week. I'll be gone for a couple of weeks, so there's not going to be another episode. I don't know, what has it been, a month since the last episode when we took on the Ender Dragon. So there's not going to be another one for at least 3 weeks. Like I said, today is the 1st. I don't know if I'll get this up. In fact, I probably won't get this edited today. I may. It's early yet. But there's not going to be another one for at least 3 weeks. So, that's life. Yeah, but I will see you then. Thank you for watching.